The throne. A name that has echoed through the heavens for millennia, yet how much do we truly understand about these celestial beings? Have you ever wondered if there's a truth hidden from the eyes of men, a secret veiled by time, one that reveals the power and purpose of the thrones in the grand design of creation? Imagine, if you will, a being so powerful that it doesn't need to speak, move, or even be seen. These are the thrones, guardians of divine order, the silent sentinels of cosmic balance. They are not warriors who wield swords, nor messengers who carry words. Instead, they are the unshakable foundation upon which the heavens rest. Thrones hold the universe steady in their stillness, ensuring the delicate web of existence remains unbroken. But there's more to them than meets the eye. What if I told you that thrones are the true enforcers of divine justice, yet they never raise a hand? What if their very presence in the heavens is the key to unlocking a greater understanding of spiritual order? This video will unravel the mysteries of the thrones, the unseen force behind the celestial hierarchy, and the angels who stand at the very heart of the divine plan. As we journey deeper, we will uncover the role of thrones in biblical judgment and their silent yet profound influence on the world as we know it. From the visions of Ezekiel to the timeless truths woven throughout Christian theology, we will explore how thrones fit into the eternal tapestry of the universe. Prepare yourself to witness a reality that has remained hidden in plain sight. You will discover why these angelic beings, whose very form is woven from divine fire and unyielding will, are the true bearers of the universe's balance. By the end, you'll understand how the thrones, with their endless eyes and celestial wheels, shape the course of all creation, without a single word spoken. Are you ready to see the truth that has eluded so many? Let's uncover the profound mystery of the thrones and how their silent power continues to impact everything we know. In the quiet expanse of the heavens, where divine justice weaves the very fabric of the universe, there exists a group of celestial beings whose power goes beyond what the eye can see. They do not speak. They do not move. They do not make a sound. Yet their presence is felt across the cosmos. They are the thrones, the silent pillars of divine order, holding the heavens together without lifting a finger, without uttering a word. These beings are not like the seraphim, burning with fiery passion, nor like the cherubim, ever watchful and protective. The thrones stand apart, not in action, but in pure, unwavering stability. Their role in the celestial hierarchy is one of profound stillness and balance. Thrones, unlike the warriors or messengers of heaven, are not tasked with intervention or communication. They do not fight, they do not carry messages to earth. They are the unspoken force that ensures the unbroken rhythm of the universe. Thrones embody the law that governs all. They are the foundation on which every star rests, the breath that sustains every planet. They are the guardians of the divine order, ensuring that every movement, every rotation of the heavens aligns perfectly within the Creator's design. In the book of Ezekiel, the prophet saw the vision of these thrones, their form as vast and magnificent as the very sky itself, a wheel within a wheel, burning with fire and covered with eyes. A sight that, if truly seen, would be beyond human comprehension. Yet, what does it mean to see this vision? What do these eyes, these wheels, represent in the eternal scheme of things? It is a symbol of the divine perception, the all-seeing, ever-present nature of God's justice and order. These eyes do not blink, do not sleep. They watch over the universe, seeing every corner, every action, every thought. But what makes the thrones so unique is not just their power to see and perceive. It is their ability to exist in the very fabric of the divine order without ever needing to intervene. They are the very essence of balance, and through their stillness, They ensure that the world does not fall into chaos. Imagine, if you will, a vast orchestra. The thrones are the unseen conductor, not making a sound, yet their influence is felt in every note played, in every instrument that moves. Without them, the music would fall apart, the harmony would cease to exist. But they, in their silence, ensure that the song of the universe continues uninterrupted. Now, let me ask you, what does this teach us? In a world where we are taught to always act, to speak, to move, to control, the thrones show us a different way. They teach us the power of stillness, the strength that comes not from doing, but from being. And it is a profound lesson that sometimes the most powerful force in the universe is the one that does not act at all. Thrones do not fight against evil, they simply stand firm in the truth of the divine order. They embody the idea that true strength is not always loud and visible. True strength is quiet, unshakable, and rooted in a foundation of unwavering belief. Just as the thrones hold the heavens together, so too can we hold our lives together through faith and stillness. As you reflect on the thrones and their unwavering role in the divine order, ask yourself, where in your life are you fighting battles that need not be fought? Where are you struggling to control what cannot be controlled? Sometimes the greatest power we have is the ability to step back, to stand firm in our beliefs, and trust that the divine order will unfold as it should. It is in this stillness that we find our true strength. But the thrones are not just silent watchers, they are also keepers of divine justice. They do not intervene in human affairs, but their presence ensures that justice is always maintained. Imagine a courtroom where the judge never speaks, yet every ruling is executed with perfect fairness. This is the role of the thrones. They are the embodiment of justice, ensuring that the balance of the universe is never disturbed. It is not their place to enforce justice through action. They do so simply by being. When we consider the role of thrones in the context of the cosmic battle between good and evil, it becomes clear that they are the steadfast foundation of all things. They witnessed the fall of Lucifer, the great rebellion that shook the heavens, yet they did not raise a hand, they did not fight, nor did they side with any force. They remained in their place, unwavering, upholding the balance of divine law. In this we see a profound lesson. The ability to withstand even the greatest of trials without losing our center. Thrones teach us that we do not have to participate in every battle to stand firm in our faith. We do not need to take sides. We simply need to hold our ground in the truth of the divine order. In the midst of turmoil, the thrones stand as a reminder that true power is not always about action. It is about remaining grounded in the truth, no matter what storms may come. They are the embodiment of the principle that sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is nothing at all. They offer us a chance to pause, to reflect, and to find our strength in stillness. Through their example, we learn that even when the world around us is falling apart, we can find peace in the knowledge that the divine order will always prevail. As we move forward, let us carry this lesson with us. The thrones show us the importance of remaining grounded in our faith, no matter what challenges we face. They remind us that we do not need to act in haste or anger. Instead, we can trust in the divine timing of the universe. When we embrace stillness and let go of the need for control, we can align ourselves with the very order of creation. In this alignment, we find peace, purpose, and the strength to endure. Through the thrones, we are reminded that the universe is not as chaotic as it may seem. There is a divine order at work, and just like the thrones, we are called to stand firm, holding the balance of the world within us. In our stillness, in our faith, we too can be part of this eternal order, holding the universe together with every silent, unwavering step we take. What is the lesson that the thrones offer us? It is simple yet profound. The greatest power lies in our ability to be still, to remain grounded, and to trust in the divine order of things. Just as the thrones ensure the heavens remain in perfect harmony, so too can we ensure that our lives are aligned with the divine, standing firm in the truth of God's justice and order. This, dear friend, is the power of the thrones, and it is the power that resides within each of us. In the vast cosmic dance, where the universe spins in perfect harmony, the thrones are not just guardians of divine order. They are the unshakable pillars upon which the entire framework of existence rests. Their presence is a silent force, a stillness that vibrates with power and strength, keeping the heavens in balance. Their purpose is not in action, not in intervention, but in maintaining the sacred structure of the cosmos. Thrones are the true embodiment of divine justice, holding the world in place without a single movement, a single word, or a single breath. They do not need to fight. They do not need to speak. Their very existence is the quiet manifestation of divine law, holding the weight of the heavens with unwavering grace. The thrones remind us that true justice is not always loud or forceful. It is the quiet, unseen force that runs through all things, upholding the structure of creation. Their role in maintaining divine justice is not about imposing it, but about allowing it to flow freely through the fabric of existence. They are the silent enforcers of righteousness, ensuring that the order of the heavens remains intact, even when chaos threatens to break it apart. Through their stillness, they teach us that justice is not about power or control. It is about balance, about allowing the natural flow of the universe to unfold without resistance. What does this mean for us? It means that justice is not always something we must actively fight for. Like the thrones, we can embody justice in our stillness, in our unwavering commitment to truth and righteousness. Just as they hold the balance of the universe, we too can hold the balance in our own lives by remaining grounded in our faith, by trusting in the divine order, and by allowing justice to unfold naturally without interference. It is not our place to control every situation, but to trust that the universe will align itself as it should. And when we are still, when we trust in divine justice, we too become a part of that greater order. The thrones show us that we do not need to be loud or forceful to create change. We can be the quiet force that holds everything together. In our stillness, we can be the agents of transformation, ensuring that the balance of the universe is maintained in every moment of our lives. It is through this unwavering stillness, through this deep trust in divine justice, that we become powerful. But what about the Great Rebellion? What about the fall of Lucifer, the most significant cosmic event in the history of the heavens? The thrones, with their unshakable stillness, witnessed this rebellion, but they did not fight. They did not pick a side, and they did not intervene. They remained steadfast in their place, unshaken by the chaos unfolding around them. In this moment of turmoil, the thrones showed us that true power is not about fighting against the storm. It is about standing firm in the face of it. They did not need to join the battle. They remained rooted in their purpose, unwavering in their commitment to divine law. Their silence in the face of rebellion teaches us a profound lesson. Sometimes, the greatest power we have is not in our actions, but in our ability to stand firm. The thrones do not act out of fear, nor do they act out of need for validation. They simply are. They stand in the truth of divine order, and in doing so, they maintain the balance of the universe. They remind us that even in the face of great evil, we can stand firm in our beliefs and trust that divine justice will prevail. The story of the thrones in the midst of Lucifer's rebellion is not just a story of celestial beings, it is a reflection of our own journey. When we face struggles in our lives, when we are faced with injustice or turmoil, we are often tempted to act, to fight, to force change. But the thrones teach us that there is another way. We do not have to fight every battle. We do not have to resist the flow of life. Like the thrones, we can stand firm in our truth and let the divine order unfold. We can trust that the universe is working in our favor, even when we cannot see it. The thrones show us that there is power in stillness, in faith, and in trust. Through their unwavering presence, the thrones remind us that our strength comes not from our actions, but from our ability to remain grounded in our purpose. They teach us that justice is not something we create through force, it is something we align ourselves with. Just as the thrones hold the heavens in balance, we too can hold our lives in balance by staying true to our values, by trusting in divine law, and by allowing the universe to unfold as it was meant to. In our stillness, we become a part of that greater order, and through that stillness, we have the power to transform the world around us. The thrones embody the truth that sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is nothing at all. They do not fight, they do not speak, but they are the silent foundation of the entire cosmos. They are the embodiment of divine justice, holding the universe in place with their stillness. And in their silence, they remind us that true power lies not in action, but in the ability to remain rooted in our faith, to stand firm in our beliefs, and to trust in the divine order of the universe. As we reflect on the thrones and their role in the divine order, let us remember that we too can embody their strength. We do not need to act out of fear or anxiety. We do not need to control every aspect of our lives. Like the thrones, we can remain still, we can remain rooted in our truth, and we can trust that the universe will unfold as it should. In our stillness, in our unwavering faith, we become the silent force that holds the world together, just as the thrones hold the heavens in place. The thrones, guardians of divine law, are the quiet but steadfast pillars of cosmic balance. They hold together the framework of the universe without fanfare, without action, simply by their presence. But what many fail to see is the profound weight of their stillness. They are not merely passive observers. They are the unseen architects of justice. By maintaining the balance of all things, they fulfill a critical role in the divine order. Their existence is not just a passive one, but an active force that ensures the ongoing harmony of creation. When we look at the thrones, we see more than just beings with a purpose. We see the embodiment of divine law itself. In their silence, the thrones teach us about the beauty of restraint. They do not react to the chaos of the universe. They are the constant force that keeps all things in alignment. Imagine the vast swirling storm of creation, with stars being born, planets shifting in their orbits, and the eternal tug of cosmic forces. In the middle of this storm stands the thrones, unwavering, unmoving. They are the anchor that keeps everything grounded. They remind us that there is strength in stillness, power in patience, and the highest form of justice does not always scream for attention, but silently ensures that the balance is preserved. It is in this silence that we find their true strength. But what happens when chaos rises? When the very order of creation is threatened, it is in these moments, in the moments of cosmic turmoil, that the thrones display their silent power. They do not need to fight or speak out, they simply are. Their steadfast presence is enough to maintain divine order. They are the silent guardians, not needing to raise a hand to uphold justice. They remind us that when the world around us feels like it is spinning out of control, we too can find strength in stillness. In the midst of chaos, we can stand firm in our beliefs, rooted in the knowledge that the divine order will prevail. The thrones embody this lesson in its purest form. The thrones also provide us with a profound lesson in the practice of divine law. They do not bring justice with the sword or through forceful means. Their justice is enacted through their unwavering presence and their quiet yet powerful ability to maintain order. This is a powerful reminder to us all. True justice does not require force. It is found in the integrity of one's character, in the steadfastness of one's belief. The thrones without a word spoken, embody the essence of divine law. They do not need to fight against the forces of evil. They simply stand firm in the truth of the divine order. And in doing so, they ensure that justice, true justice, prevails. Consider this. When we face adversity in our own lives, we often feel the urge to act. We want to control the situation, to fight against the injustice we face. But the thrones remind us that we do not always need to act. Sometimes the most powerful response is simply to stand firm, to trust in the divine order, and to allow the universe to unfold as it was meant to. When we are grounded in our faith, when we hold true to our beliefs, we can maintain the balance in our own lives, just as the thrones maintain the balance of the universe. As we think about the thrones and their unwavering role in divine justice, we are led to the next profound insight, their role in the great cosmic rebellion. The fall of Lucifer was a monumental event in the history of creation, one that shook the very foundations of the heavens. But the thrones remained unmoved. They did not fight against Lucifer. They did not raise their hands in rebellion. They simply remained in their place, rooted in the truth of divine law, and upheld the balance of the universe. In this, the thrones teach us a powerful lesson, that even in the face of great evil, we do not need to engage in battle. Our role is to stand firm in the truth of divine order and trust that justice will prevail. We do not need to fight every battle. Like the thrones, we can remain still, unwavering, and confident in the knowledge that the universe is ultimately in control. The thrones are not just silent observers of the universe. They are active participants in the divine drama. Their very existence is a testament to the power of stillness, to the power of remaining grounded in divine truth. They show us that there is power in restraint, in holding our ground, and in trusting in the divine order. In their silence, they embody the power of divine law and justice. They remind us that true strength is not always found in action, but in the ability to remain true to our purpose, no matter the chaos around us. And so the thrones teach us an important lesson about the nature of justice and divine law. They do not need to fight. They do not need to intervene. They simply stand firm in their place, and in doing so, they uphold the balance of the universe. Their justice is not loud or forceful. It is quiet, steady, and unyielding. It is the justice of divine order, the justice that flows from the very heart of creation itself. As we reflect on the role of the thrones, we are reminded that we too are called to stand firm in the truth of divine order. In our own lives, we may face moments of chaos and turmoil, moments when it feels as though everything is falling apart. But just as the thrones stand firm in the face of cosmic upheaval, so too can we stand firm in our faith. We do not need to fight every battle. We do not need to force the universe into submission. We simply need to remain grounded in our beliefs, trusting that the divine order will unfold as it should. Like the thrones, we can be the silent force that holds everything together, ensuring that the balance of the universe is maintained. The thrones remind us that justice is not always about action. It is about presence, about holding steady in the truth of divine law. And in doing so, we become a part of the greater order of the universe. We too can embody the power of stillness, the strength of divine justice, and the unwavering commitment to truth. In the silence of the thrones, we find our own strength. In their stillness, we discover the true power of divine law. And in their presence, we learn to trust in the divine order of the universe, knowing that justice will always prevail. The thrones are not just celestial beings. They are the embodiment of divine law, the guardians of cosmic order, the silent witnesses to the unfolding of creation. They are a powerful reminder that true strength lies not in action, but in our ability to remain rooted in divine truth. Through their example, we learn that justice is not something we must force. It is something we must align ourselves with. And when we do, we become a part of the greater cosmic balance, holding the universe together with every silent, unwavering step we take. As the quiet presence of the thrones continues to reverberate through the universe, it becomes clear that their role is far more than just maintaining order. They are the very embodiment of divine justice and balance, working silently but powerfully in the background. Their strength is not in action, but in stillness. They do not intervene in the chaos of life, yet without them, everything would unravel. Through their unwavering presence, they uphold the divine law that governs the cosmos, ensuring that every star, every planet, and every living being stays in harmony with the greater plan of creation. But as we look deeper into the nature of the thrones, we realize that their silent power is something we can learn from. In a world that often demands constant action, movement, and change, the thrones teach us the power of restraint, of standing firm in the face of chaos without needing to act. They show us that true strength does not always lie in the loudest voice or the boldest action, but in the quiet, unshakable presence that holds the foundation of all things steady. The thrones remind us that there is power in patience, in trust, and in faith that the divine order will unfold as it should, even in the midst of uncertainty. Their role in the celestial order is not just about maintaining balance, it is about being the silent protectors of justice. They are the guardians of divine law, ensuring that it is upheld without the need for intervention. This is a lesson we can all take to heart. True justice is not about forcing outcomes or taking matters into our own hands. It is about trusting in the natural flow of the universe and having the faith to stand firm, just like the thrones, knowing that the divine law will prevail in the end. And when we look at the great rebellion of Lucifer, we see that even in the most turbulent of times, the thrones did not waver. They did not fight against the forces of darkness. They did not take sides. They simply remained grounded in their purpose, in the truth of divine order, and allowed the universe to work through its own process. This, too, is a profound lesson for us. In our own struggles, we often feel the urge to fight, to push against the forces we perceive as wrong or unjust. But like the thrones, we are called to remain steadfast in our faith and trust that the universe will right itself in time. Our role is not to control everything, but to hold our ground, to stay true to our purpose, and to trust in the divine timing of all things. In a world that often feels like it is spiraling into chaos, the thrones offer us a way to find peace. They teach us the value of stillness, the importance of remaining rooted in our beliefs, and the power that comes from trusting in something greater than ourselves. Their example reminds us that we do not need to act out of fear, desperation, or anger. We can face the storms of life with grace and stillness, knowing that the divine order will carry us through. Just as the thrones hold the heavens together, we too can hold our lives together by standing firm in the truth of divine justice. This is not just about passive resignation, it is about active trust. The thrones teach us that there is strength in being still, in being present, and in trusting that the universe is unfolding exactly as it is meant to. They show us that even in the most difficult of circumstances, we can find peace by aligning ourselves with the divine order. Through their example, we learn that true peace comes from within, by trusting in the greater plan and surrendering to the flow of the universe. As we come to the end of this journey into the silent power of the thrones, it is clear that their role is one of the greatest mysteries in the cosmos. They are the hidden force that upholds the very fabric of creation, working silently but powerfully to ensure that the universe remains in balance. Their message to us is simple but profound. True strength lies in stillness. True justice lies in trust, and true peace lies in faith. If this video has brought value to your soul, if it has helped you find light in the midst of dark times, I invite you to support this channel with your energy. Every like, every share, every small comment you leave helps me continue creating videos that share the words of God and spread healing and wisdom. Your support, no matter how small, means more than words can express. It is what fuels this channel, allowing me to keep creating, keep sharing, and keep inspiring. Together, we can continue to explore the mysteries of the divine, to understand the truths that have been hidden from the world for so long, and to grow in our understanding of the heavenly forces that guide us all. Thank you, from the depths of my heart, for being part of this journey. May the divine order continue to guide us all, and may we, like the thrones, remain grounded in the truth and power of the universe.